Welcome! Today we journey into the heart of Canada's wild majesty, exploring glacial lakes, nature's liquid jewels, each with its own story and shade of blue. Our journey begins at Lake Louise, a place where nature's artistry is on full display. Nestled deep within the heart of Banff National Park, this legendary lake is more than just a destination. It's a symbol of the wild, untamed beauty of the Canadian Rockies. As you approach, the first glimpse of its shimmering turquoise waters is enough to take your breath away, inviting you to pause and soak in the grandeur that surrounds you. Often called the Rockies' most iconic glacial treasure, Lake Louise is a place where time seems to stand still. The early morning light dances across the surface, painting the landscape in hues of gold and blue, while the towering peaks stand guard in silent majesty. Its mesmerizing turquoise glow is created by glacial rock flour, fine particles of rock ground by ancient glaciers and carried into the lake by meltwater. These tiny minerals remain suspended in the water, refracting sunlight and giving the lake its otherworldly color, a phenomenon that changes with the seasons and the shifting sky. Towering above it all is the mighty Victoria Glacier, a living remnant of the last ice age. This glacier not only feeds the lake with its icy meltwater, but also continuously shapes the landscape, painting the waters below with vibrant color and reminding us of the powerful natural forces at work. All around, jagged peaks rise dramatically, their snow-capped summits reflected in the glassy surface of the lake. Dense evergreen forests hug the shoreline, providing a rich green contrast to the brilliant blue of the water. With every passing hour, the light shifts, transforming the scene into a living masterpiece that never looks the same twice. If you dare to dip your hand into the water, you'll feel the sharp, invigorating chill of ancient ice, a direct, tangible connection to the glaciers that carve these mountains and valleys over millennia. It's a reminder of the timelessness and resilience of this landscape. Lake Louise is not just a place to see, but a world to experience, a dynamic, ever-changing wonder that marks the perfect beginning to our adventure through the Rockies. Here, every moment is a breathtaking introduction to the natural marvels that await us beyond the next bend. Next, we journey to Moraine Lake, the very soul of the Canadian Rockies, a place where nature's artistry is on full display. Nestled high in the rugged wilderness, this lake is a hidden gem, tucked away in the legendary Valley of the 10 Peaks. The valley itself is a breathtaking amphitheater of stone, with 10 dramatic summits rising like ancient sentinels above the turquoise waters. Each peak has its own name and story, echoing the deep connection the Stoney Nakoda people have with this land. Moraine Lake's deep, almost surreal blue is a sight that seems to belong to another world. The color is so vivid it almost glows, especially in the early morning light when the mountains reflect perfectly on the glassy surface. This unique hue comes from glacial silt, tiny rock particles carried by meltwater from the surrounding glaciers. As sunlight hits the water, it scatters off these particles, creating a color even more vibrant than the famous Lake Louise nearby. The view from the rock pile is so iconic, it once graced the back of the Canadian $20 bill, becoming a symbol of the country's wild beauty and inspiring millions of visitors from around the world to seek out this magical place. As the sun rises and sets, light and shadow dance across the peaks, painting the landscape in ever-changing hues. In the early hours, a gentle mist often drifts over the lake, adding to the sense of mystery and tranquility that fills the valley. Moraine Lake is not just a view. It's an experience of wild, untamed beauty. Whether you paddle across its calm waters or hike the surrounding trails, you'll feel the profound stillness and awe that only a place like this can inspire. Along the Icefields Parkway, Peyto Lake reveals itself from Bow Summit, shaped like a wolf's head. Its milky turquoise hue, rich with glacial silt, creates a living canvas that changes with the light. The vastness of the wilderness here is humbling, the air crisp and the view endless. Peyto Lake is a photographer's dream, where geology and light create unforgettable splendor. In Yoho National Park, Emerald Lake glows a deep green reflecting the dense forest that surrounds it. The atmosphere is peaceful, the mountains gentle, and the shoreline alive with wildflowers. A trail circles the lake, inviting slow exploration and quiet moments. Canoes glide silently, and the historic lodge adds rustic charm. Emerald Lake is a sanctuary, intimate, tranquil, and restorative. In British Columbia's coast mountains, Garibaldi Lake rewards a challenging hike with electric turquoise waters. The lake is held by the Barrier, a massive lava dam, and fed by glaciers and volcanic peaks. The effort to reach it makes the view even more rewarding. It's a base for adventure, scrambles, camping, and starry nights. Garibaldi Lake is a pilgrimage for hikers, proof that the greatest rewards await the bold. North to Mount Robson, the Rockies' highest peak, where Berg Lake lies at its base. Reached by a multi-day trek, the lake is dotted with icebergs calved from nearby glaciers. Mount Robson towers above, its scale overwhelming, its presence humbling. Here, avalanches echo and the wilderness is pure. No roads, just raw nature. Berg Lake is for the dedicated, a place of unforgettable, wild beauty. In Jasper National Park, Malign Lake stretches for 22 kilometers, its beauty best seen by boat. Spirit Island, a tiny grove of trees set against glacier-clad peaks, is an iconic Canadian image. The lake is sacred to the Stoney Nakoda, and its shores teem with wildlife. Paddle into hidden bays or spot moose and bears along the edge. Malign Lake is a vast, wild ecosystem, adventurous and deeply spiritual. Bow Lake, beside the Icefields Parkway, is famed for its perfect reflections of glaciers and peaks. Its turquoise water is fed by the Bow Glacier, and the historic Numtijah Lodge adds rustic charm. The lake's mood shifts with the weather, from glassy calm to windswept waves. It's a reminder of the ever-changing nature of these mountains and their retreating glaciers. Bow Lake is an accessible window into the glacial world, a mirror for both landscape and soul. Lake O'Hara, hidden in Yoho National Park, is strictly protected and accessible only to a lucky few. Its sapphire waters, alpine meadows, and larch forests create a hiker's paradise. The peace here is absolute, just wind, water, and wilderness. Lake O'Hara is a living museum of high alpine ecology, a privilege to visit. It's a model for conservation, balancing human enjoyment with nature's integrity. Near Whistler, Cheakamus Lake is reached by a gentle hike through old-growth forest. Its jade-green water and soft sandy shores invite lingering and quiet reflection. Backcountry campsites offer immersive nights under the stars. Cheakamus Lake is about intimate, personal moments, serenity found in simplicity. At Mount Robson's base, Kinney Lake is an accessible gem, reached by a gentle riverside walk. The lake's emerald color glows against the dark forest, especially on overcast days. It's a perfect introduction to the wild, offering Rocky Mountain beauty without the climb. Kinney Lake proves that profound peace is just a short walk away. Tucked away in the heart of British Columbia, the Joffre Lakes hike is a journey that rewards every step with breathtaking beauty. This iconic trail is famous for its trio of glacial lakes, each one more dazzling than the last, their colors shifting from deep turquoise to vibrant blue-green as you climb higher. The hike is a favorite among adventurers and nature lovers, drawing visitors from around the world to witness its unique alpine magic. The adventure begins at Lower Joffre Lake, a turquoise appetizer that instantly captivates with its crystal-clear water and lush forested shoreline. The lake's vivid color is a result of glacial silt suspended in the water, reflecting sunlight in a way that seems almost unreal. It's the perfect spot to pause, breathe in the crisp mountain air, and prepare for the ascent ahead. As you climb higher, Middle Joffre Lake emerges, opening up to sweeping views of the Mathieu Glacier. Here, the water glows with an even deeper turquoise, mirroring the snow-capped peaks and ancient ice above. The reflections are mesmerizing, and the sense of being surrounded by untouched wilderness is truly humbling. Finally, Upper Joffre Lake awaits at the very base of the glacier, its blue-green waters alive with the energy of fresh meltwater cascading down from above. Waterfalls tumble into the lake, and the air is filled with the sound of rushing streams and the occasional crack of shifting ice. It's a place that feels both wild and serene, a true reward for those who make the climb. The journey to these lakes is steep and challenging, but every step is spiritually uplifting. Along the way, you'll pass roaring waterfalls, cross wooden bridges, and hear the distant creak of glacier ice. The landscape changes with every turn, offering new perspectives and moments of awe. The lakes themselves tell a powerful story, a story of water's journey from ancient ice fields, down rugged slopes, and into the lush valley below. Each pool is a chapter in the ongoing cycle of nature, shaped by time, weather, and the relentless force of glacial melt. For those who venture into this alpine wonderland, Joffre Lakes offers a triple reward: awe-inspiring scenery, a sense of accomplishment, and a deep connection to the wild beauty of British Columbia's mountains. It's a place that lingers in your memory long after the hike is over. Abraham Lake, a man-made reservoir, reveals its magic in winter. Methane bubbles freeze beneath the ice, creating surreal, otherworldly patterns. Walking on the clear ice, you peer into towers of frozen bubbles below. The wind and booming ice add to the wild atmosphere. Abraham Lake is a world-renowned winter spectacle, nature's hidden magic in the cold. In Waterton Lakes National Park, the Rockies rise abruptly from prairie grasslands, creating a dramatic landscape. Waterton Lake stretches across the U.S. border, its views vast and unique. The historic Prince of Wales Hotel overlooks the lake, where prairie and mountain wildlife meet. Waterton is a crossroads of ecosystems, a tribute to the Rockies' diverse beauty. Near Lake Louise, the hike to Lake Agnes leads through forest and past Mirror Lake to a rustic tea house. The deep blue tarn sits in a rocky cirque, perfect for a peaceful break with tea and biscuits. From here, trails lead to panoramic views over Lake Louise. Lake Agnes is a fitting finale, wild, welcoming, and nourishing for body and soul. Our journey ends, but the reflections of these glacial lakes linger. May their beauty inspire wonder and a desire to protect these wild places. Thank you for joining this exploration. Until next time, carry these tranquil waters with you.